So we shall start with our new meeting. In this meeting, we shall discuss on the chapter 1.3, A Basketfull of Moonlight. Before we start the poem, let us sit and chat. Did you hear the bedtime stories from your grandfather, father? I think you had listened many stories from your grandfather or grandmother, or maybe from your father or mother, like the stories of fairy. I mean, Parikatha, राक्षसाची गोष्ट, उडता हत्ती, etc. etc. Uh, why did you like the stories? We like the stories because they are interesting and amusing, and you still like to hear those stories once again. I think you also like to read and listen these stories once again. Now we are grown up, but we also like to listen their stories. In this chit chat, there is another activity. Discuss in your group. Write the steps in the procedure of a planting tree. Let us see what is a procedure of a planting tree. A procedure of a planting tree is just like, for example, um, take a seedling, take a seedling. Second, after taking a seedling, what we have to do? We'll dig a pit. No? So dig a pit. Dig a pit. Dig a pit. After that, we will put the seedling into the pit. Then we will put some soil in it, then fill with water, then we will fill it with water, and again we will put some soil around the plant. So this is the method of planting a seed. Okay, in this chit chat activity, there is again one other activity is given, and we have to discuss what are the things that our father and mother do for ourselves, our family. So take your notebook now and write on the left side father, and make two compartments. On the right side write the mother. Under the column father, write what your father does, and under the column mother, write what your mother do. For example, we shall start with the Few example, and you have to complete the others. For example, father works hard for your for living. Uh, the second work, suppose he go to the market and buy groceries. Mother cooks, prepare foods, clean the house, etc. etc. The many works are done by the father and mother for their family. That means your family. Okay. Now list down the things. See the poem Basketful of Moonlight. The speaker of the poem is a small boy. This poem is an anxiety or agitation of the child. The child lives in a remote village which is far away from the amenities or the city life. There are not so much facilities. It's a village, long remote village, and the child is away from the modern facilities, luxuries of modern life, and in this poem, what the child wants, it is given. So here, the child prays to God. Sorry, not to God, but the moon. The poem is addressed to a moon. O moon, give me moonlight, a basket or two basketful, with the seeds of moonlight. From the city to my village, on the side of the path, I want to sow many small, small moons of light. The whole village goes to city daily to work. It becomes dark on its way back. As my village is quite far, the route is tough and full of snakes and scorpions. Neither bus nor cart plies. When my father returns home, I am asleep. And he goes back early in the morning when I am sleeping. O moon, give me a basket of moonlight on a loan. I want to light the darkened route so that my father returns early. I too want to hear the fairy tales and stories from him. O moon, give me a basket full of moonlight. I want to sow seeds of moon on the side of the path. So this is a beautiful poem written by Sunil Sharma. Actually, the poem is translated from the Dongri language. Here, the narrator of the poem is a small guy. He addressed to moon, give me moonlight. Give me moonlight. And he want the moonlight a basket full. See, here the poet have using repeating the words basketful or two basketful. Here the repetition is done. Here the poetic device is occurred, and the poetic device is alliteration. So what is alliteration? Alliteration is a poetic device in which a same sound is repeated. See, just like p. The p sound is repeated. For example, we just chant the Hindi. mm, चाचा ने चाची को चांदी के चमचे से चटनी चटाई. Here the church sound is repeated. That means here the poet has used the figure of speech and its name is alliteration. So write down in the book alliteration in front of the basket or two basket full. Okay. Now we shall move to the next stanza. The first stanza we have completed. O moon, give me moonlight, basket full or two basket full with a seed of moonlight. You want a seed. Seed bag means roped seed of moonlight. And now see, he is asking the moon for his seed. So why he asking for seed? That seed, what is the purpose of seed? To plant anywhere so that it will, after a few days it will turn into a big tree. So similarly, he want to plant a seed so that, and what is the seed? The seed of light. Moon means cat. What is moon stand for? Moon is a light, Prakash. So Prakash, he want to sow the seed of light. From the city to my village, on the side of the path, I want to sow many small moon of light. The whole village go to the city daily to work. In the second stanza, the poet is saying that he want to plant the seedlings besides of the road. Which road? The road that comes from the city to the village. And from that road, their parents goes to the city, work there and come in the night. So they return in late night. And there is no light on the road. So the child has anxiety or care for his father, and that is why he is praying the moon that give me a seed, your seed, so that I will plant beside the road, and then after a few days it will grow up into a tree and it will light focus the road, and when the road is lightened, my father will come easily to my village. It come dark on its way back, as my village is quite far. The route is tough and full of snake and scorpion. See, the road is tough, rough and tough. That means rough means it is not a tar road. It is just a path. हं? डोंगरी रस्ता, डोंगरातला रस्ता. त्याच्यामध्ये काय असते? दगड, धोंडे, खाच, खडके, दगड, कधी कधी उंच ओटा, कधी अशा गोष्टी तिथे आहेत. त्याच्यामुळे दॅट इज वाय द पोएट इज हिअर युजिंग द वर्ड रफ अँड टफ. Okay, so the route is rough and full of snakes. That means not only there are the rough road, but it is full of snake and scorpion. रात्री त्या रस्त्यामध्ये there is a danger. of snakes and scorpion, विंचू आणि सापांचा सुडसुडाट असतो त्या रस्त्यावर. आणि so my father must not beat that creature. So he should safely return to the home. And that is why I urge to the moon to give me a seed so that I can plant beside the road. Another, nextly he is saying that neither bus nor cart plies when my father returns home. I am asleep. Neither bus nor cart plies. Neither bus nor cart plies. Here, the the poet is using the word plies. Actually, the word is ply. To ply means खेपा करणे आणि plies means खेपा केल्या जातात. आणि cart, 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 cart means बैलगाडी or any carts that frequently to and fro from the village to the city. Okay. And when my father returned home, when my father returned home, I got asleep. When my father returned to home, I got asleep. I got asleep. And when he go early in the morning to his work, that time also I was sleeping. So I won't able to see my father when he goes to work and when he returns from the work. So in the meantime, the child doesn't meet his father and he wants to meet his father. He wants to listen the stories from his father. You know, you also like the presence of your father in your house. Suppose your father don't return in a month. समजा आई बाबा आई किंवा वडील वडील समजा महिनाभर घरी परतच नाही आले कसं वाटेल चांगलं वाटेल की नाही we like them and we like their presence in the house because all the time they guards us not only guards us but guides us. Hmm? And in the next stanza, the poet says, "O moon, give me a basket full of moonlight on a loan." See, in the first stanza, the poet is asking the moon or urging the moon to give the moonlight on a loan. If you are not ready to give me the seedlings or the moonlight, then give me in on the loan. मला कर्ज म्हणून दे बाबा जर तुझं वाटत असेल तर. So I want to light the darkened route so that my father return early. Hmm? So what I will do with the seedlings or your light? I will plant that beside the road. It will shine in the night and my father will return to house, to my home early, and I too want to hear the fairy tales and stories from him. Huh? I want to listen the fairy stories from him because every child has his dream. When he go to sleep to the when he is go to the bed, that time the sleep doesn't come, and for coming the sleep, our grandmother, grandfather, maybe your father. Suppose now there are the we don't have the joint families. We have the single family, and we don't have grandfather and mother. In some families, I mean. So in that families, the child is totally dependent on his father. So he want to listen the stories from his father, and that is why he is urging or requesting the moon to give him some moonlight, so that he wanted to sow the seeds on the both sides of the path. The Now we will see the beauty of the poem. We now see the description of the poem. The beauty of the poem. या कवितेमध्ये खूपसं सौंदर्य भरलेलं आहे. And what is that? The first thing. The poem is depicting the scenery. Scenery. It is rich in imagery. It has the poet has used varied images in it. And the hero, that means hero of the poem, is a boy and who wanted to light the darkened road of his fathers. Here, in this poem, the intense village picture is depicted. जे दूरच्या खेड्यातलं म्हणजे थोडक्यात दुर्गम भागातलं, ज्या भागामध्ये सुख सुविधा कोणत्याच नाहीये, इंटेन्स विलेज, रिमोट विलेज चं चित्र या कवितेमध्ये वर्णन केलेलं आहे. आणि in this poem, the poet is urging the moon huh, to give him some moonlight so that he will light on the road. Now we have completed the poem. Now go to the English workshop and complete the exercises under it. Though there are 8 exercises given in the under 8, sorry, there are 9 exercises. So complete in your notebook, and we shall discuss on your homework in the next period. Thank you.